Yo, what up guys, I'm Sammy and welcome back to the Soul Drop. In this video we're going to be talking about my top 15 colorways of the Wild 10. Of course that is the Wave Wade 10, which is Dwayne Wade's signature shoe with his own company, which is Wave Wade, I guess, right? But Wave Wade, of course, is owned by Li-Ning. So yeah, there's that. And also Wild's shoes have been really nice. Before like the 6, it was a hit or miss for me. It definitely wasn't my favorite signature shoe. But then from the 6 was super nice, the 7 was super nice, which by the way, they made a slide inspired by the Wild 7, which is really dope. It has boom cushioning and all that, which is great. I'm actually wearing it right now. This is just like my everyday slide that I wear around the apartment, right? So they have that as well. The Wild 8 was very nice. It was a little heavy though. The Wild 9, same thing, but the Wild 10 is definitely one of my favorite shoes of all time. This is definitely a GOAT shoe because it's such a good performer while being lightweight still, supportive, cushion is great and all that. And the only thing that sucks, of course, is the price. The price is pretty expensive. It's 200 bucks for the Wild 10. But yeah, I'm gonna be including both the Wild 10 Low and also the regular Wild 10 in the colorways because they've been releasing some amazing colorways. And if you guys do want to cop, I'll try to leave an affiliate link in the description box. But let's get it started right off with number 15. And we got the Team No Sleep, which I have right over here. I don't know if you guys can see, but the Team No Sleep is a dope colorway. I think the contrasting colors in that colorway are a little, like, I like to have a little bit more of a uniform color palette in my personal opinion. It's still a dope colorway. I love the blue piece for the like plastic right here. I love how that's blue, and I guess the black and white does look pretty nice. But yeah, that's why it is on like a little bit lower on the list, but still a dope colorway nonetheless. Moving on to number 14, we got South Beach. The South Beach colorway, of course, is great, especially since Dwayne Wade played, you know, with the Miami Heat, and it has that really dope gradient, right? A lot of the colorways a lot of the dope colors have a nice gradient here with this plastic piece, and also I love the contrasting colors of the blue and pink. And like I just said, I don't like contrasting colors, but I feel like blue and pink goes together pretty well, but black, blue, and white doesn't go too well together, you know what I mean? So there's number 14. Moving on to number 13, we got the Blossom colorway, which is the very first colorway that released, but also I really like the gradient here for the plastic piece. That looks really dope. And also I love the 3M on, and I think it's one of the only colors with 3M here on the toe box for the synthetic piece, but that also looks dope as well. It's just a really clean, nice looking colorway. That's why it's on this list as well. Moving on to number 12, we got the Caution colorway. The Caution colorway looks great as well. It looks like caution tape. I really like the outsole as well. It's like black and yellow, kind of like interchanging. And then of course the actual upper looks great as well. It's a combination of black and yellow. So the Caution is definitely up there and one of my favorites for the actual like regular Wild 10. All right, moving on to number 11, we got the Wild 10 Low Cherry Blossom colorway. And I really like this colorway because it's all one color. It's just a one color shoe, you know what I mean? And I love one color shoes, and I also love the color. Usually they keep it like primary colors, you know what I mean? But Wave Wade, they wanted to make it a really nice special color, and it's just like really nice light pink, pastel pink color. All right, moving on to number 10, we got the Element Low, which is super duper clean. I love the flames, right? I love how the gradient is for the outsole. It just turns from like that blue and has that flame, and then the rest of the shoe is black. I think it looks way better than the high, like the regular Wild 10 Element. I think the Element Low looks a lot cleaner in my personal opinion, so that's what cracks the top 10 of the Element Low. And now moving on to number 9, we got the Test R1. And what makes that shoe special for me is I really like the logo on the side. It has that logo here on the side, which a lot of the Wild 10s they don't have, you know what I mean, if you look at the regular colorways. So I love how they have that. I love the red lining as well, and the overall colorway kind of reminds you of like a toy, you know what I mean? It has like a very like primary colors to it. It just looks dope. All right, moving on to number 8, we got the Wild 10 Low Ice Blood colorway, and of course that's inspired by you know, D'Angelo Russell saying ice in my veins, and he's with the Lakers, of course. So yeah, it's a very nice white color with a very nice light blue color, and it also has a little bit of yellow in the back as well. And also is one of the only shoes with the logo that changes. So if you look at it from other angles, it does change, which is pretty cool. So yeah, the Ice Blood colorway looks great. All right, next coming in at number 7 is actually the Lavender colorway. The Lavender colorway is absolutely amazing as well. Like I said, I love colorways that have just one color. It's this really nice light purple, and I love how there's a little bit of an iridescent glow here, and that's usually the case in most of the Wild 10s, right? But yeah, and also another thing that I really like is the the carbon fiber here. It's like the silver color, right? And also if you look at the bottom, we have the full length carbon plate, or pretty much full length, and that's just black, right? But here on the logo on the side, that's silver, which looks awesome as well. All right, moving on to number 6, we got the Wild 10 Low Avocado colorway, and I think the avocado colorway looks a little bit better than the cherry blossom colorway, and it's one of the only shoes that has like even the logo with the same color, right? So the logo is the same color. I believe for the cherry blossom it's black, but the avocado is all one color, which looks great, even though it's just a plastic piece, right? And the green that they use is really nice, or it's just a really nice flat light green color, which I do like. It's like it's avocado kind of. So yeah, I love that colorway. It looks great, and it's also still available if you guys do want to cop. And next we got, of course, the dragon colorway. So we got the white dragon and then the red dragon. It was like a premium drop of the Wild 10. I imagine that it's a little bit heavier than the actual Wild 10, right? So if you guys didn't know, the Wild 10 is actually quite light. I feel like it's a little bit lighter than average if I remember correctly for the weight. Yeah, so 12.1 ounces. Let's check the actual like Wild 10, not the low. That was the low. Oh, the actual Wild 10 is a little bit lighter, 11.6 ounces. That's pretty interesting, right? So 11.6 ounces for the regular Wild 10, and this is 12.1 ounces, right? So both of the shoes are very, very lightweight, very minimal as well, and also really responsive while still having really nice cushion. You have pretty good core feel, really good underfoot cushion and step-in comfort, and also bounce because they use a very soft mesh stroll board, which makes it really easy to feel the cushion right underneath the foot, right? And also impact protection is great and all that, and the cage, right? If you look at it, it looks very caged, but the plastic is actually quite soft, which I do like, you know what I mean? So it reminds me a lot of like the Harden Volume 2, where the rubber is pretty soft still, or even like in the AG4. So which I do appreciate. I like to have a nice softer cushion, but it's not too soft or anything. It's still responsive, right? So there's that. And I really like the scales on that colorway. I think they did an amazing job in designing it. It actually looks like a dragon, you know what I mean? Like a dragon, like the scales of his arm or something, you know? All right, moving on to number 4, we got the Wild 10 Low Valentine, right? I love this colorway. Of course, it's inspired by Valentine's Day, and I love the colors on this shoe as well. It has a very nice off-white color, right? It's almost tan, and then we also have like a very light blue or greenish, like teal color, and also some pink, right? And also I really love the arrow, like little touches here, if you guys can see. That looks great. So yeah, this colorway looks absolutely amazing. It's not only just the color, but also the actual design of like where the colors are, you know? So there's number 4. Moving on to number 3 is the City of Angels colorway. I love this colorway, and I wish I had it, but I don't, so I'm super sad about it. So it's just a yellow and white shoe, of course, inspired by the Lakers, and it looks awesome. It's just a really simple colorway, but you know, the way they made it looks really, really dope, and I think this is the only shoe where it has this type of like color combination, right? So I love the City of Angels colorway. All right, moving on to number 2, we got the 305s, not to be confused with the White Hot colorway. The 305 colorway is a little bit different. This part is actually a really nice iridescent color, right? It's all white pretty much, but this plastic piece is iridescent, which looks awesome. It has a nice little contrast with the rest of the white shoe, which I think looks awesome. And now moving on to number 1, we got the Wild 10 Low Away colorway, which just came out, but it's definitely one of my favorite colorways because I mean, I'm a Laker fan, and I'm from California, you know what I mean? So it's obviously inspired by the Lakers away jersey, and it looks awesome. I love the combination of black, yellow, and purple. But then like, I love how subtle the purple and yellow are. You know, it doesn't take too much of the shoe. So yeah, I guess like all the Lakers colorways, right, of the Wild 10 are my favorites, right? Like the City of Angels, the Away, and the Ice Blood. So anyways, yeah, those are my top 15 favorite colorways of the Wild 10 and Wild 10 Low. Tell us what your top 5, or actually just your favorite colorway is down in the comment section below. And if you've tried the Wild 10 or the Wild 10 Low, how's the performance for you? The performance for me has been absolutely amazing. The traction, I wish was a little bit better. You know, it's still very, very solid. It's still really, really good, but it's just not super duper top tier, especially comparing it to like the 808s, you know what I mean, or like the AR1s and stuff like that. But I feel like, you know, Way of Wade has been killing it in design, right? It looks great, made very well, and also the performance is off the charts, right? Yeah, I just wish it was a little bit cheaper, I guess, but other than that, they're killing it. And also I'm very, very excited about the Wild 11, which is rumored to be coming out next March, right? Or I get early next year. So anyways, that about concludes this video. Again, if you guys do want to cop, I'll try to leave the affiliate link in the description box, but that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.